Worksheet 7.1. These questions are for the bottom half of the front page. In other words, questions 8 through 12. So we want a parabola with two roots. So let's say we have our axes right here, our x and y axes, and we wanted to have say a vertex down here like this. So if we wanted to have two roots, it needs to cross the x-axis in two places, say right here and here. Well, if the vertex needs to be down here, that equation would look something like y equals x, and then if I do a minus 3 and a minus 1, so minus 3 squared minus 1, that would put the vertex at minus 3 minus 1, and it's upwards facing, so it would be something like this. I could make it wider or more narrow by putting a number in the front. However, what if I wanted a vertex up here above the x-axis? Then how am I going to get two roots? Well, then I need to turn it upside down. To get the vertex over here, that would be backwards 3 and up 2. So that would be something like backwards 3 and up 2. You notice you change the sign because it's x minus h. So minus a positive 3. So positive 3, down 1, and over here, go backwards 3 and up 2. But I need this one to go upside down, so I need a negative number out front. So say negative, I could just put a negative sign in front or a negative 2, which would make it even steeper, but it would still have two roots. A parabola with one root, so it would say touch like this, or it might touch like that. I don't want to shift the parabola up or down, so let's say this one here is at a distance of 4, so that would be x minus 4 squared. I could put anything I want on here. Even if I made this one a negative, that would just shift this one upside down. So if I wanted this one here, and let's say that one's backwards 3, y equals x plus 3 squared, and then I just need to make it a negative so it turns it upside down. As long as I don't put a number out on the end, I'm okay. Parabola with 0 roots, well then we just need to shift an upwards facing parabola so it's up above here. So y equals, the easiest one would be x squared plus 1. That would just shift it up 1. If I wanted to shift it back here and up 1, or let's say down here with 0 roots. So let's say that's backwards 5 and down 2. Y equals x plus 5 squared and down 2. So minus 5 and down 2. But I don't want it to go this way because that has 2 roots, so I need to shift it so it goes upside down. So that would have to be a negative. And I could put any number out here in front. That would just make it either more narrow or more wide. Consider the equation here. Without typing it in, describe everything you know about the parabola's vertex. The vertex is at the coordinates of positive 4, negative 1. So I'll sort of sketch that one. Positive 4, negative 1. The negative sign means it's upside down. And the 7 makes it very narrow. So the negative makes it upside down, and the 7 makes it extremely narrow. Something like that. So summarizing the effects, well, I pretty much described it as I was going through these problems right here. If a is less than 1, so if the number in front of the parentheses is less than 1, it makes it wider. If you change it from just a single 1 to a number that's bigger than 1, then that makes it more narrow. If you have an x plus h, so x plus 5, that means it shifts it left, h units. If you want to say x minus 8 or x minus h, it shifts it to the right, h units. And then if you have a plus k, it shifts it up k units. And if you have a negative k, it shifts it down k units.